Big announcement this week. We're gonna get the face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, December 14th in Houston, Texas. How you feeling about this fight?
I feel good, man. You know, same old, same old.
Lamont and Tank have history. What can you tell us about their history and how that's gonna play into the fight?
They got amateur history. They fought maybe 2 or 3 times.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. What's going on?
How you feeling?
Man, okay, man. Okay.
The face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis, just been released to the public. We know now.
Let Pitbull fight Tank again. They was talking about that. And when he won that belt, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I don't get involved with that. I just go ahead and just prepare him and get him ready to put on a great performance for the fans and whatnot. You know, like I said, we just focus on the fight in front of us, and that's the fight in front of us.
I think that's actually a good fight. I would have to go with Tank, though. I would have to go with Tank.
Lamont will be moving up. What would he have to do to make that fight?
Oh, he moving up?
Yeah, it would be. He's the champion at 30.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have to go with Tank.
What does he need to do to make this competitive?
Don't trade with him. You got to box, move, time up. But it's difficult when you fight Tank, man. It's difficult when you fight him. Tank sets you up with all types of shots, man. And also, like I tell people, Tank can box when he wants.
In the ever-bustling world of boxing, few things stir up excitement and controversy quite like the potential matchups of big-name fighters. Recently, all eyes have been on Gervonta Tank Davis and the swirling rumors of his next bout. The spotlight isn't just on Davis, though. His camp, particularly Kenny Ellis, a prominent figure within Davis's team, is making waves with some candid and controversial remarks. The buzz started with whispers about a potential fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. This matchup has allegedly divided the boxing community. Some fans are thrilled at the prospect of Roach stepping into the ring with Davis, eager to see how the fight unfolds. Others, however, are skeptical, questioning whether Roach is a big enough name to be a worthy opponent for the knockout artist that is Davis. Kenny Ellis, never one to shy away from expressing his thoughts, has reportedly been very vocal in responding to critics. According to sources, Ellis is unimpressed by the constant questioning of Davis's fight decisions. For those who have followed Davis's career, this kind of criticism is nothing new. The 29-year-old fighter has faced doubts about the level of his competition and skepticism regarding his choice of opponents throughout his career. The latest chatter centers around the potential match with Lamont Roach Jr., a name that has created a divide among fans. Kenny Ellis, with his no-nonsense approach, has reportedly been mocking those who doubt Davis's decision-making. Ellis's message seems clear. He believes Davis has nothing left to prove to anyone at this point in his career. Allegedly, Ellis feels that Davis's track record speaks for itself, and any fight he takes on, regardless of his opponent, is worth watching. Ellis is said to view the matchup with Roach as an opportunity for Davis to remind everyone why he is considered one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport. He reportedly argues that the narrative suggesting Davis should only fight established stars is misguided. According to Ellis, real boxing fans understand that the sport isn't just about facing the most famous opponents. It's about taking on hungry challengers who bring something different to the table. Allegedly, Ellis believes Roach fits this description perfectly, viewing him as a fighter who will come into the ring with something to prove, which is precisely the kind of challenge Davis thrives on. While none of this is officially confirmed, the rumors are gaining traction. Insiders have suggested that the fight with Roach is closer to becoming a reality than some might think. Negotiations are reportedly taking place behind the scenes, with all the necessary pieces starting to fall into place. Both camps are allegedly interested in making the fight happen, and it's just a matter of ironing out the final details. Some sources have even claimed that an announcement could be coming soon, though nothing is set in stone yet. In the meantime, Ellis has reportedly ramped up his defense of Davis, calling out those who continue to question the young fighter's choices. Allegedly, Ellis believes that Davis's talent is undeniable and that anyone who doubts him at this stage of his career is simply out of touch. Sources claim that Ellis has been overheard saying that critics don't really understand what makes Davis such a special fighter. Instead, they are too focused on superficial aspects of his career, like who he's fighting next, rather than acknowledging his sheer skill and dominance in the ring. One of the most intriguing aspects of this rumored fight with Roach is the narrative surrounding Roach's reputation. According to various sources, there has been some back and forth about whether Roach is a big enough challenge for someone like Davis. Ellis, however, has reportedly shut down that line of thinking in conversations with those close to the camp. He has allegedly been quite clear in stating that Roach is no pushover and that anyone who thinks this will be an easy fight for Davis is dead wrong. Word has it that Ellis has been particularly impressed with Roach's work ethic and discipline. For those unfamiliar, Roach is a skilled and methodical fighter who has been steadily building a reputation as someone to watch. Insiders claim that Ellis views Roach as a dangerous opponent precisely because he is so focused and determined. Supposedly, Ellis has said that Roach is the kind of fighter who has been quietly putting in the work behind the scenes, just waiting for the right opportunity to prove himself on a big stage. In Ellis's view, this potential matchup with Davis is exactly the kind of opportunity Roach has been preparing for. Not everyone is convinced, though. Rumors have surfaced that some fans and analysts are skeptical of whether Roach is truly ready for a fighter of Davis's caliber. It's been said that some people in the boxing world think Roach is still too inexperienced to take on someone like Davis, who is known for his explosive power and devastating knockouts. According to whispers in certain circles, there's a belief that Roach might be biting off more than he can chew by stepping into the ring with a fighter as dangerous as Davis. Ellis, however, doesn't see it that way. Allegedly, he has been pushing back against this narrative, suggesting that critics are underestimating Roach's abilities. In conversations with those close to the situation, Ellis has allegedly been heard saying that Roach is more than capable of giving Davis a real fight and that anyone who dismisses him as an easy opponent is making a big mistake. Ellis has also allegedly addressed the notion that Davis should only be fighting the biggest names in the sport at this stage of his career. According to sources, he has been quite adamant in stating that Davis doesn't need to chase big-name fights to prove his worth. Supposedly, Ellis believes that a true champion doesn't need to fight the most famous opponents to solidify their legacy. Instead, it's about taking on whoever steps up, regardless of their fame, and showing the world that you can beat anyone who is hungry and willing to challenge you. In Ellis's mind, Roach fits that bill perfectly. There's also been some speculation about how Davis feels about all of this. While Davis himself has remained relatively quiet on the subject, word on the street is that he is more than willing to take on Roach if that's the fight that gets made. According to those close to the situation, Davis isn't one to shy away from a challenge, and the prospect of facing someone as determined as Roach reportedly excites him. Supposedly, Davis sees this as an opportunity to continue building his legacy and prove to the world that he's always ready for whatever challenge comes his way. Ellis has also allegedly weighed in on the broader conversation about Davis's future in the sport. According to rumors, he has been dismissive of the idea that Davis needs to constantly prove himself by taking on bigger names. Allegedly, Ellis has suggested that Davis's focus is solely on staying sharp and continuing to dominate in the ring, regardless of who his opponent is. In Ellis's view, a fight with Roach is the perfect way for Davis to keep honing his skills and maintaining his edge. Of course, the question of weight has come up in these rumors as well. There's been some chatter about whether Roach, who typically fights at a lighter weight, will be able to handle Davis's power. But Ellis has reportedly brushed off these concerns, allegedly telling people that weight won't be an issue in this fight. According to Ellis, it's not about size, it's about skill. He believes that Roach's skill set is more than enough to make this an interesting fight. Interestingly, Ellis has also allegedly mentioned that Roach's style could present some unique challenges for Davis. While Davis